Alright. We got one against some motherfucking shit talking ass old lame motherfucker. So let's see if we can come away with the win.
A very old bottle. It's the beginning of natural wine.
Hate to lose to a lame motherfucker talking shit.
This is the beginning and one reason. It's three people make some
Division gang, we got a real right where we going right here.
Wine in this place. They broke, they do things together, now they're not anymore, but this is legendary. Natural wine for us, that's a fucking legendary bottle.
Yeah. Like Akia. Yeah. We share the life.
We share later.
Quoi des boches? C'est de la merde. Là c'est bon. Là c'est magnifique.
Taste that in this cave.
That's one of the best. Ah, il a crazy. Attends, on va le partager. C'est. Tu sais, j'en ai bu quelques-unes. When you drink a wine like this, 2000, and some people say, oh, you can keep natural wine. Terroir. Oh. Yeah. Natural wine, you can keep.
The only problem for me in Brooklyn, I don't have this.
Yes, no.
I have to put by the fucking bathroom. I put it in my bathroom in the tub because it stays a little cool over there. But last bottle, the beginning of it all.
It's nice to share.
Why do I like you so much? I don't know. Now we go back to the lights. It's like. I'm Bam Bam. That's Bonnie. This is Arthur.
Welcome to fucking New Orleans.
You fucking asshole. There's something brewing down here.
Hi, and welcome to Canna Basics. Today we learn how to make activated or decarboxylated cannabis-infused coconut oil. This episode of Canna Basics is brought to you by the Roughouse Studio Smoke Shop, selling raw rolling papers, accessories, vaporizers, wax pens, and much more at great prices. Save 20% off Canna Basics. Activated cannabis coconut oil is one of the healthiest and most effective ways of consuming cannabis. This method uses coconut oil and heat to both infuse and decarboxylate or activate the THC, providing very potent psychedelic effects. So let's get started. Here's what you're going to need.
Alright, let's get this bitch ass motherfucker up out of here.
1 cup of refined or unrefined. You need a Pyrex glass cookware, cooking thermometer, fine mesh strainer, and about 10 grams of dried cannabis flowers. The first step is to measure out your coconut oil. We're using 250 milliliters of coconut oil, which is equivalent to 1 U.S. cup. And you can do this by melting the oil and then pouring it in there, but I'm just going to...
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
To stay at 220 degrees. So
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Just go very carefully so that you can find the exact setting so that you can keep your oil at 220 degrees. You can see here that we had ours up on even at low temperature. It's still got it up to almost 300 degrees. So we're going to let that cool off some, lowering the temperature. And while that's happening, we're going to go ahead and grind up our cannabis and take care of it. We're using 10 grams. This is a good high-quality American marijuana house shake local dispensary. And what you're going to do is take out all the big stems and any seeds that might be in there. We didn't have any seeds, but there were some big seeds. And we're going to grind that fine. And grinding it fine is going to help it faster and more effectively. So take your time.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And you can see now we've got it at exactly 220 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's the temperature that we need to target in order to activate or decarboxylate the THC in the cannabis. And by doing this, we're converting it THC-A, which is THC acid.
And with the play clock
All right, you
winding
fucking
down,
up,
we're
baby.
gonna get a timeout. They'll have
Can't be
2
doing that.
remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
THC into a form that is if you don't do that, you're not going to get the high effects of THC. So now we've added our ground cannabis into our oil that is at 220 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, as soon as you start adding it in.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And now we're going to let it infuse for about an hour. And again, we're going to make sure that you keep your temperature.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Make sure you keep it.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Also keep it close enough under temperature. And other than that, we just let it go.
Give it to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at
That's what we didn't want, fellas. It's all right. You will bounce back for that.
And the defense could have a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Shake that shit off.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down. Jones. A nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. The give is to Jones. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
You're probably hard to I also tried it with
on first down.
I saw him.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Damn. Motherfucker.
Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right.
All right. We got to get ourselves together, fellas.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
marijuana.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Humans have been using cannabis for millennia.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In 1970, cannabis was classified as Schedule I drug when the U.S. government decided the plant had 0
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
To hear the Nixon administration tell it, the dreaded weed was fueling all-consuming wildfire across America.
Come on now. Supposed to be stopped at the backfield.
45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs,
Let's go. They can't beat us.
Opportunities for this offense going forward.
With the world's eyes on Colorado, which just greenlit the first ever regulated, taxed, legal recreational cannabis market, Motherboard headed west to see about the new green rush.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Colorado's second Hello, Nick. How you doing? How's it going, man? Nice to meet you, Ryan. Nice to meet you.
They'll run on first down. Combs, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
All of our propagation and/or cuttings take place in here. All of our mothers are in here along the walls on the floor. So we have 35 different strains in the building right now. Most of our strains in here are going to be hybrids. They have been crossbred and mixed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
For example, we do have Durban Poison, which is an original.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
In the flower.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A handoff to McAllister, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Pop our heads in here real quick. This is the room we're actually taking down now.
On 2nd down now, Meredith, and he'll be up into the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
These are Meyer diesel actually, so this is one of our award-winning strains right here. God damn, yeah. It's so sticky.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. James. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So Mike just brought in some lemon diesel plants from the flowering room. He's starting to break them down into smaller, more manageable pieces. So the first step
James now on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
So we get it down basically about like that. Now the rest of these smaller leaves are sugar leaves that we have essentially
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Here's James, looking to throw on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw. James. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall, let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Meredith, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
You know, it's just sad. We know that there's medicinal value in cannabis.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
It's not that interested in funding therapeutic studies. They are willing to fund studies looking at how bad this is.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
You better get something on the board right now, fellas.
That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do
We ain't been doing shit in the air.
To me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic.
Brown.
Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way.
You playing scared out here.
Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that
Why is he in
maybe
there?
you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
It ain't looking good, fellas.
Just this month we had 2.3 million visits.
Got to get this lame motherfucker the ball
they
back.
generally come from most states where cannabis is
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, James. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So I saw that marijuana didn't have the negative effects.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Pretty typical of medical marijuana centers in Colorado. When we moved in here, there was a lot of break-ins. There were a lot of armed robberies and hostage situations in the industry. So we designed
creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Glass,
James, off play action. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
We're going to start to see these different environments that...
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. James. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
The first time we take them back, they'll have filled out an intake sheet that goes over their history with marijuana, what they've used, where they think their tolerance lies, what products they prefer, and our bed tenders will show them products that we believe may help them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing here, Rush. Is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rush. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
not all cartoons we get better, so we've not goes from seed to
Rush. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And at the 7
There we go. There we go.
Touchdown. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything.
That was nice. That was nice.
It was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears won't realize as that one turned into a long touchdown.
There we go, baby.
Right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Almonds, dates, apricots, raisins, agave, herbs, spirulina, cannabis, spices, and hand-rolled and organic coconut. There is an industry to be created, and it's not just people making pot brownies in their kitchen anymore and selling it to a bunch of friends. What you are looking at is our butane concentrations, butane hash oil, BHO, pearl, dabs, wax, earwax, peanut butter, caviar, spice. There's a wide variety of colors.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
To see this kind of rapid advancement in technologies as far as using marijuana for people to smoke it for thousands of years, to see this kind of advancement in concentrates is pretty neat to report.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
The light chaser thrower. Full-on legalization is pressing large.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I see a lot more automation.
Throwing again. James escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
You have to tell me about what we have here.
Okay. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. James. Open man right side to
Goofball.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
He lives at the house we're crashing on.
My name's Jacob, and I buy tickets all day, baby. Basically, very essential. What I do is I serve for the patients. I'm there to answer.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Very short kick taken right at the 20. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Patients to walk in just once a day, and I work with my patients.
Jacob and a few friends have their own private medicinal grow. Call it a passion plant.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Right here. This is all legal as well. Right here we've got our paperwork.
On first down. Meredith, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Pancakes for real.
A coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith running right through it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh.
A nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
That was the motherfucking pick.
Inside the 15-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. McAllister, and he is into the end zone for the Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Nice to meet you. How's it going?
Back to throw, Rush. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Rush.
I actually started doing this.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're going to try and throw. A throw right side caught by Keene. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Rush. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Rush to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything.
Good motherfucking punk bitch.
But it winds up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They go back to the ground with Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Radiant LED.
Maybe just harvested their first
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, any royalty that's the tried and true method. LED lamps are much more sophisticated, meaning that they're controllable, a lot less environmental waste, more energy efficient. And in terms of the number of growers using them, it's very rare compared to HPS. So just like you and I want different light spectrum, so do plants.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Well, I know the LED plants through our biofeedback technology, we can literally read the happiness.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Something's happening on the far end of your road. You want to change the spectrum a little bit, you can do that.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On the give, McAllister with it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 1st down, Meredith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Dale was on a research team that designed grow chambers that flew a number of missions aboard the shuttle Endeavour.
They'll run on 1st down. Meredith, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, James. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive.
And it's completely set up so that it's auto.
And pick up the yardage that way.
Taken care of. Just like a refrigerator stocks itself.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. He'll let this go deep for runs. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Touchdown, Cowboys. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff.
Play some defense, fellas. Goddamn.
Sometimes the best play just comes from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
If that innovative spirit is taking cannabis to sophisticated new heights, how is Weed 2.0 affecting the bodies and minds of millions of Americans who swear it's medicine? To find out,
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Endocannabinoid system, endo means inside. You've got cannabinoid receptors in your brain and liver, your spleen, and bladder.
4th quarter, so down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So when you smoke, you're sort of stimulating, working within the endocannabinoid system. You're stimulating cannabinoid receptors. That helps to regulate your immune system, your energy metabolism, your blood sugar. Sort of tamps down inflammation. Your endocannabinoid system does a lot to maintain homeostasis.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Combs, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away.
But they prevent the cancer cells from being invasive, from metastasizing.
Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Because of chemotherapy, but cannabinoids actually being actually treating cancer. That's what
about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. You see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen.
And you would have thought they would have been ready to
into a sea of defenders had intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt. He's got a good pair of hands, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of
We'll be all right.
2nd down.
Yet despite personally feeling very out of place, the rally is nevertheless celebratory. People just want to get high, flaunt their buds, and be stoned.
So a victory here for the Washington
Good comeback, though.
He's
trying to come back.
CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with his overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating.
We'll get them
Even
next
better
time.
job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync.
Meanwhile,
so for Washington, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
Denver, where we've allowed everybody, not just the medical community, to come in here and let us sample their products. So actually, this is the 10th stateside event we've done. It's the first time we've opened it up to recreational growers. You know, it's not just the medical community anymore, and that's a big step forward because adults certainly can grow great pot just as well as the medical community.
Do you think we're in the Silicon Valley of weed?
In Colorado. Silicon Valley of weed, I'm going to still say I have to say it's Northern California. Those guys have this genetic. They've been at it for generations. So much marijuana coming out there every single year. That's where the real Silicon Valley is.
We bump into our buddy David Bienenstock, who helped organize the event.
I've got a joint hand in it. This holiday has been building and momentum, and I think it's a really important thing that this culture celebrates itself, because I think people respect you when you show that pride. When you are out in public, that's how you gain the respect of the larger society. society, and 420 has become this occasion where it's like, even if your uncle doesn't smoke, my uncle wishes me a happy 420 because he knows it's an important day to me, and that's a big part of